And we are live. Welcome back, everyone, to the Video Creators Lounge News. I'm Mark Yirrell, your host, as always, for this week. And I'm joined, as always, also by my wonderful producer team. Hey, thank you guys. It's a special show today, guys. I'm super excited. I'll get to why it's so special by the end of the show. But first, make sure you like and follow us on social media, whichever social media platform you're watching this on. We're currently streaming this to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Especially on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us because once we get 100 subscribers on there, we get special analytics tools and our own custom URL. So be sure to do that. If you're watching this on Facebook or Twitch, go there afterwards. Be sure also later on tonight we're going to have another episode of VCL Presents. We're going to have another special performer, and Jen Ruiz is going to come in to interview them right before their live performance. Also, make sure to follow, join the VCL Facebook group. We're going to post. We're already posting local news and local specific job opportunities there, some of which you'll see in the show. And it's just a good way to meet other people who are part of the community we've built here at the VCL over the past year or two we've been around. Question of the week, comment below. It's a tough one this week. I'm sorry, it's totally not fair. But if you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Comment down below. Me personally, I've got it down to 3 different choices. I think it's a toss-up. I'm going to say, make fun of me if you want, but number 1, Avengers Infinity War. And then it either come down to either The Wolf of Wall Street or On the Waterfront. I know that's a kind of a full different spectrum of different genres and styles. Maybe some other people with better taste can have a better answer. Guys, producers, what do you think about that?
Burbs.
Burbs?
That's a great movie.
Wait, Burbs? Wait, what's Burbs? What?
I'd like to comment that that's a lie. You picked 3 movies when you.
Okay, I'll choose one then. Infinity War.
Thank you. He goes to Infinity War.
I really like that movie.
It's a very unfair question because I love so many movies. How can you pick one? But
I'm gonna give it to Naked Gun. Just a good. You can watch it many times. Comedy.
All right.
Totally ridiculous, absurd.
All right.
if I had to go, alright, I'm gonna pick genre comedy. If I could only watch one comedy for the rest of my life, I'll say The Mask.
The original one, like.
The original with Jim
Okay.
Carrey.
All right. Okay. And with the Burbs. Wait, the Birds or the Burbs?
Burbs.
What's the Burbs?
Thanks.
No.
What?
He's taking it
All right,
back.
news.
Okay. Wait. No, Brooke. I want to hear from Brooke. Brooke, what is your favorite?
I pick any movie with Raj Jawa, Justin Dovidio, Ken Umpus, or Mark Yirrell.
So basically, the movie we're shooting right now today, the VCL news.
That's the one.
On that note, let's go straight into the news.
Yes.
First up, the general events portion of the show. Different events that anyone in any special specification, whether you're a director, camera op, screenwriter, these are events that will be relevant to you. First up, we have the Boston Jewish Film Festival. We only have 2 more days of that left. It's been going since the 4th and going on until the 15th. Tickets are for an all-access pass for $360. At the 10 film pass is $110, and individual tickets is $15. So if you're planning to watch as many movies as possible before the festival ends, definitely check out one of those bulk deals and watch as many as you can before the Sunday. Also coming, it's not the only Jewish film festival happening in New England right now. Currently, there is also the Maine Jewish Film Festival, which is also completely virtual. That's been started since the 7th, and it's going on until the 22nd. For a all festival pass, it's $100. For a 6-ticket pack, it's $50, and for just a single matinee, it is $10 with a $125 processing fee, so it comes out to $11.25. Also, we have also ending soon. We have the Arlington International Film Festival. Again, entirely virtual, as most film festivals right now are. We're lucky we see a couple that are a combination of virtual and in person. But the Arlington is currently all virtual. It's been going on since the 5th and going on till the 15th. Tickets for a full festival passport to all the films is $85. For 6-ticket film pass, it's $45, and for one single ticket, it is $12. So go check that out, especially if you're an Arlington native. Go help out just the local community and keep the local film scene alive. Also, the Mass Production Coalition is having its annual Mass Media Expo from the 16th until the 20th. So that's not happening until, 3 days from now, but we still have not until next week. It's unfortunately, it's usually an in-person event. Unfortunately, it's moved online because of the pandemic. However, they still have a lot of great programs that's currently happening. Just to name a couple, on 11/17 at 5 p.m., there's going to be a keynote by Ted Hope, who is a producer and the former co-head of movies at Amazon Studios and has been involved in the making of a number of their famous films, including Manchester by the Sea, The Salesman, The Big Sick, and Cold War. So that's a heavy hitter right there. If definitely mark that on your calendar. Also, the next day, on the 18th, they have at noon a COVID budgeting panel about how producers can better make up budgeting plans for all these different new safety requirements and precautions that need to be in place now because of COVID. A producing job. I did a little producing back in college, so I understand how stressful it is to get everything in order. So this would be a great opportunity to know all the different requirements and things to keep in mind when making your new film in this new normal we are currently in. Later on that day, at 5 p.m., Dawn Porter will be presenting, who is a documentary filmmaker whose work has been on HBO, PBS, Discover, and Netflix, just to name a few. Her work has included John Lewis, Good Trouble, which is about the life of the late politician John Lewis and civil rights leader. And The Way I See It, which is about Obama's chief official White House photographer, Pete Souza, and about his time working for that administration. So some interesting topics. Definitely, I haven't seen The Way I See It yet, but that seems like a particularly interesting documentary I've been putting on my watch list. If you're a documentary filmmaker like myself, definitely check it out, put it on your radar, and try to stop by at 5 p.m. on the 18th. Next up, we have the Bright Lights Screening Festival. I'm going to continue plugging this every week. You might, if you're a regular viewer, you notice that this is one of the regular showings on the show, and it's because I'm biased because I had one of my professors back at Emerson is the programmer for this series. They have their next showing is on the 19th. It is the screening of the documentary "Dope Is Death," which is about a acupuncture detox program created in the South Bronx back in the 1970s by the Black Panthers in order to combat the drug epidemic at that time. It's free to the public, as are all the Bright Lights screening films, whether they were in virtual or back in person when they were still in theater. So make sure you just register, follow the instructions online. It is a bit of a complicated progress, but they do they list it out all on their website. Links in the description of this video. Go check it out and register. So there is limited space, so make sure you save your spot there, and check out this great documentary based on a time and a location that seems really interesting, using some really cool archival footage. Next, we have the 8th Annual Boston International Kids Film Festival that's happening a little later down the line this month on the 20th until the 22nd. Make sure you get your tickets in advance. An all-access pass is, for an individual viewer, is $55. An all-access pass for 2 or more viewers. They're using an honor system. They can't really check it out who's watching during this time, but, they're trusting you for that. For a 2 or more viewers, it's $75, and individual film blocks is $20. If you're a kid, I think it's really important that, especially nowadays when you have a camera just in your pocket now, it's that we nurture young filmmakers, because as a kid I didn't really get into it because I didn't have money for a camcorder. So definitely forward this to any young people that would be interested into it. Also, there's 2 different workshops that they're hosting: a filmmaking boot camp and a stop motion class, which within the 48 hours of the film festival, you will make either your own film or your own stop motion short. So check it out. Links are in the description, and try to make it in time. I think it'd be worthwhile investment for all those who want to get into filmmaking early. Next up is the actors and actresses portion of the program. So anyone who is an actor and looking for work, we try to find. I scour. Well, by we I mean myself mostly. I scour the internet trying to find any local classifieds or tips and platforms that would be good for people working actors and actresses. First off, we have a non-union gig, a 30-second micro-budget commercial for a CBD wellness company called UPSY, based down in Rhode Island. They're planning to shoot on November 19th, and they are having COVID precautions in place, so you don't have to worry about that. It is in the Narragansett slash Thundertown region of the north of the Rhode Island area. So if you're familiar with the state, that's where they're going to be shooting. They're casting for a male named Joe, aged 35 to 40, who is going to play a hardworking father who is going to get some great benefits from these CBD products the company is making. The actor playing Joe is also required to do some voiceover work as well for the commercial. Pays $150 a day, along with a $50 travel expenses coverage, as well as a copy of the project for your reel. If you're interested, make sure you send your resume to Blavier, I think I'm saying that right, at metcap.net. So go check that out if you're looking for a job. Next up, we have a casting call from the Slate Casting Company. Folks who have lost their job and have decided to start their own businesses. They're looking for people who have experienced that to shoot a commercial, I believe. And this can be based anywhere in the U.S., so it's not only open to people who are local to New England area. If this fits you, which may fit you, Justin, make sure you write to Slate Casting Company, Slate Casting Small Biz at gmail.com with your name and contact info, along with a photo of yourself and any photos of your business, where you're based out of, and share your story. What are you doing, and what are you doing now? Show the transition, show what you used to be doing and what you're currently doing, and along with the website for your business. Justin, does it sound like something you'd be down for?
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is the next part of the program today is the creator opportunity. So everyone who's behind the camera or off stage. So people who are screenwriters, videographers, and producers, and anyone in between. These are the opportunities for you. First off, we have the Boston Screenwriters meetup. They're having their meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m. Unfortunately, at this point, it is too late to send in your script if you want to get it peer reviewed. However, there is another meeting this month on the 28th, and there is time to get your script submitted before that. As always, send it in the Thursday before the event to Boston Screenwriters Group at gmail.com. They're looking for short and micro scripts, so around 10 pages. If you have a feature, maybe take one scene. If you have a longer episodic thing, also, right, maybe one or two scenes. So just try to keep it short, so that way everyone can get through it, can get through their scripts, and you can get some nice feedback. It's always important to filmmaking is a collaborative process, and however, screenwriting is a pretty individualistic process. So you want to make sure you get your work out there, even though if you might not want to get it critiqued. So make sure to reach out to them if you are a writer. Also, we have Providence Children's Film Festival. That's coming. If you want to submit your film to the next upcoming one, the regular deadline is passed. The late deadline is fast approaching as well. You have exactly 1 week to get it in, or else the opportunity is gone until next year. Deadline is November 20th. The rate is for a standard submission is $50. For a student, it is $45. For gold members, it is $40. Anyone can submit. It's not just for kids who are submitting. However, the content must be directed to an all ages audience. That is the caveat. So make sure you submit. If you have, again, any young people who are trying to get into filmmaking early, be sure to forward this opportunity to them and see, because they are, like I said, looking for young filmmakers. There is an award section section for that category. So spread the word out on that. In addition, another film festival that's has submissions open. The Nantucket Film Festival. The Nantucket Film Festival has submissions open for their 2021 festival. The deadline is November 20th. Well, the early bird deadline is the 20th, just like the Providence Children's Film Festival. There are various different prices. If you want to, I should have pulled this up beforehand, so give me a sec. There's a bunch of different categories for whatever, whichever type of work you're submitting. They also have a screenwriter's position as well as a filmmaking contest. One of the and a number of different awards. For the submissions, they for the early bird deadline, feature films are 30, short films are 20, feature screenplays are 45, episodic screenplays for around 60 minutes, 35, episodic screenplays for 30 minutes, 25, and short screenplays are at 25. If you don't get it in by the 20th, the deadline for the regular is January 15th, and the final is in March. So there's plenty of time, but you want to get yours in early so you can claim that discount. There's also a number of different awards, including the Adrian Shelley Foundation Excellence in Filmmaking Award for $5,000 for female filmmakers, and a bunch of others, which will be on the website in the link in the description of this stream. So go check that out. We also have the Stow Story Labs. Stow Story Labs is a nonprofit dedicated to helping screenwriters and other filmmakers get their work seen and made. So if you're looking to be in an environment with other creative people, especially if you're a screenwriter, this might be the opportunity for you. They run a number of labs and retreats so you can actually get out of your current environment and get in a very different creative environment where you can just focus on nothing else but your craft. They have an application for the 2021 season that's going to be opening later this month, along with the application for financial aid. This application will run from the 27th until February 28th of next year. So you have plenty of time, but make sure you mark it on calendars and get in early so that way you can try to get to the first of the line. They have a 4-day narrative labs. Narrative labs that are around $2,450 for 5-day writers retreats they host are $2,700, and there's going to be several throughout next year. There's going to be a mix of remote and in-person. They are trying to do more in-person, but it's going to be dependent on the COVID situation. Crossing our fingers that it'll go down so that they can have these more in-person parts of the event, or just completely in-person events. The program dates are the February Remote Writers Retreat, which is going to be virtual. The Stow Writers Retreat from May 14th to the 18th. The Narrative Lab from June 5th to 8th. The Sidewalk Narrative Lab in Birmingham, Alabama, if you're looking to travel, from August 25th to the 28th. The Writers Retreat in September from the 3rd to the 7th, and the November's Writers Retreat in Palm Springs in November 5th to the 9th. So that's a lot of information. Make sure you go to their website to get all the dates and see if you can afford it and apply for some financial aid. It sounds like a great program. Having the right people around you, having the right team around you is just as important as having talent. So this sounds like a great place to find that community. So go check that out. Next up, we have Independent Filmmaker Day, which is being put on by Rubenstein Business Law and Orstein Schuller's State Film Tax Credits. That's going to be happening on the 18th through the 19th, completely online, and they have some heavy hitters, some big names being featured for this event. Those include Bruce Cohen, Richard Dreyfuss, thank you, Ken, Ice-T, along with Catherine Curtin and more. So the tickets are priced around, according to the event, there's going to be multiple different events during the course of the entire program. For the expert roundtables, it's $50. For the pitch at the ability to pitch at the pitch competition for your film or project, it's going to be $50. To attend the pitch but not actually pitch a project is only $15. And the all-encompassing package, which includes the panels, the IFD award, and the after party, are going to be $95. So mark that on your calendars and try to and go on Eventbrite to get your ticket. The links are in the description. Now it's just for we've come to the part of the show. It's just the uncategorized, the place, the redheaded stepchilds of news stories of news stories. This is where they go. First off, we're going to start with the most important red-headed stepchild, which is the Mass Production Coalition's fundraising campaign. We've been plugging them every week because they're an incredibly important organization. They've been fighting to keep the Massachusetts tax credit alive, which has been funding a lot of people's jobs, including some of the people in this room right now, including myself, through the productions that Hollywood brings out here. And it's just a boon to the economy, not just to the film economy, but to all the related businesses that interact with it. All the economies. So they've recently got a huge bump in the fundraising that since we've last checked. I think they went up $5,000 or $6,000 since I last checked the fundraising, but they're still around $25,000 short. They're trying to raise to $50,000. If you have anything to spare, please go to the link in the description and try to throw them a couple bucks. They definitely need it. They also put it on a bunch of different resources to help with the community. We just talked about the Mass Production Expo that they're putting on next week. They provide a bunch of free resources to help with COVID precautions for film sets. They do a lot of invaluable work, and we should open up our hearts and our wallets as much as we can to them. Links in the description. Keep on keeping on, Mass Production Coalition. Next up, we just a fun little news article. Like I try to keep reminding people, as dark as things may be right now with current events and the pandemic, the industry is coming back. Recently, Chloe Grace Moretz. Thank you, Ken. Just wrapped up filming for her thriller called Mother Android in Boston. If you know her, she's mostly known, I believe, for her role in Kick-Ass, which is a personal favorite movie of mine, and even better comic book. Buy it. People still read comics, I swear. And it's about her husband, who's being played by L.E.G. Smith. Both of them trying to find safety to birth their child during the AI apocalypse. So it's something. It's definitely a movie to keep on the radar. I believe, will be out next year. And that's just a little taste of the different productions that are coming back. Because trust me, that's the only one, and we'll be sure to keep you guys notified about all the different types, especially if you are in the VCL Facebook group. So go check it out there if you want the latest news. And last bit, I just wanted to show this to you guys. I'm always looking for different websites and tools to help with the preparation for this show, and I just found out about Imagine Magazine, I believe, either last week or the week before. I forgot to mention it in the show, but I just didn't know that there was a magazine for the Northeast film industry, which is what it is. It's an online magazine. It's how I found out about the Independent Filmmaker Day for our part of the country. I believe the magazine is free. You don't have to pay for it, and it is digital, so you can read the entire thing online without actually having to go to a store or to buy it or have it delivered to you. And they do regularly update it, so be sure to check it out along with their blog, along with all the different resources on there. I'm personally going to be checking it out regularly to make learn more about news stories that can all help us out and bring value to you guys and continue helping the local community. But show them some love. Go visit the website and share the links on social media so that way more people know about this, because I'm surprised it took me this long to find out about it. It's a great resource. Lastly, just to talk the highlights of the week from our own personal community at the VCL, about people within the VCL and friends of the lounge. First up, we have Brooke. Brooke has had her work shown at the Amesbury Open Studios online event and is free online until the 15th. Brooke, do you want to say a little about that from your corner off camera?
Yeah, well, the link is up right now, as I can see. It's www.amesburyopenstudios.com. There's a lot of arts and crafts from local people in Massachusetts and in Amesbury. Yeah, check it out. It's up until Sunday.
All right, sweet. More, and we're looking forward to the new works you're working on. I'm sure this isn't. I'm sure are you having some more showing soon?
I'm in a gallery right now. So the Loading Dock Gallery. It's part of Western Ave Studios in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Wonderful.
You can see my work there.
Well, can't wait to see more of it. And we have Mr. Jawa. Jawa, what have you been playing this week?
I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to. My family ruined my stream.
Families, the worst.
God, mom or girlfriend and her family. Okay, but the point is, I played What the Golf, which is it really has nothing to do with golf, or there's a vague connection to golf. It's actually a game known quite a bit for its Easter eggs, which I will find none of them because I'm not a good gamer like that. But there's a lot to it. It sounds like a golf game and it starts like that, but there's a whole. The ball is a sentient being. There's a whole lot to it that really just needs to be explored by the person themselves.
Oh yeah, no, I actually played the demo for this at PAX East, I believe, 2 years ago.
Sure.
So it's an interesting game. I'm not usually, I wouldn't think it's my type of game. You know, usually I only play. Well, I don't play video games at all. My identical cousin AJ, who sometimes streams with you, is always playing them loudly whenever he comes over my place, and we never actually get the bond. But yeah, when I was playing this at PAX, it's super funny. I wouldn't think that a game like this would be really funny. Like there's a one where you're trying to play the golf ball and instead you just throw the stick.
Yes.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And there's even parts where you throw the golfer. Like every absurdist thing you could think of, this game is you throw the arrow that you used to aim.
Right.
Like they've gone off the charts.
Oh,
absurdity.
yeah. They make you. It seems derivative of other types of golf games, but trust me, it isn't. So go check that out and check out Mr. Jawa's channel. And when are you streaming next?
Definitely Sunday, hopefully Saturday. Sunday's my day, and then other days I just try to throw in as they get them.
And there might be a special guest.
Yes, I hope. AJ was supposed to come last week, but I was upset because of my family.
Yeah.
So hopefully he will stop by again this week.
AJ was busy going to church. He told me he's a very religious man from Southie, very devout Southian.
Those indiscretions.
Exactly.
Do the indiscretions all week, and then Sunday, all absolved.
Toxic gamer throughout 6 days out of the week, and good Christian boy on Sundays, and it makes up for the other 6 days. But yeah, no, that's the news for this. Oh, one last news story. Dear friends, I am happy to inform you that I am going to spend even more time at the VCL. It is going to be my main gig. I am currently going to be quitting one of my current job, so that way I can spend more time here in order to help build out this community. In this whatever this is, I don't want to say business, or hobby, but I'm gonna be here more often. So look forward to more videos are gonna be coming out soon, different types of content. I'm really excited about the future, and I'm incredibly happy. I'm glad to. No joke, guys. I'm happy to have a great team behind me. Thank you guys for helping me get to this point. For all of you done, helping me get the car and all the different things, getting this show up. I was watching the first ever show we did back in July. It was just me with a terribly trimmed beard and just like the word, like just whatever audio said we could. and just talking about news stories for like an hour. And like, I don't. The point is just we've come a long way, and I'm excited for what's coming next. Though, thank you to my producing team. Thank you to everyone who is watching this.
We love you so
No,
much.
don't, not limes yet. Not limes yet. Thank you to the watchers. Thank you for sharing our videos. I'm sure you guys are gonna love what comes next. Before I get pelted with fruit, make sure to comment below what you think your movie, the answer to the question of the week. Join the Facebook group. Follow us on social media wherever you're watching this right now. Stay tuned tonight around 7 and 8 for the VCL Spotlight, the interview, and the performance, respectively. And I think that's it. Oh,